Easter is a day that I am celebrating a birthday. It's, I'm not really going to dwell on it, but it was 5 years ago today on Easter that I decided to end a long-term relationship with alcohol. This is not the day 5 years, this is not the day or date 5 years ago, because Easter moves. But because it's a movable feast, sometimes I get to celebrate the day early, like this one. And I'm going to start with one that I actually wrote at 2 o'clock today. It's titled "The Calling." The man with a rose bush in his chest lives in the country. You can drive there if he sends for you. His messenger might be a cloud one day, a meadowlark the next. He gives notice in the way sunlight washes its hands in rain, the way a horse tosses its head and canters uphill away from the fence after accepting your apple. All that is required is readiness. Stand in the field, close your eyes, and listen. The evening geese cry his chevron. How long has it been since your body overflowed with roses? The world is asking. It travels night and day, this fragrance, homing into you from every distance. Life in the conundra. This is not a term from geography, but I'm pretending it is. The light is never equal here. Too long, too little. Summer is a suddenness with an icy aftertaste whose numb grows wide, slow, dim. I count glacial rings round the moon. As natural bridge between a dead mother and even deader father, I've lost footing. In my whiteout weather, white birds vanish. Mosquito and midge siphon my plasma into clouds incendiary as the pelts of young women gone awry a continent ago. My role in their grandstands of love was benign, tiny, done. With both hands, I fish for shadows in the grass, for the one that fishes the sky for me. We get a lot of fishing done. I have been doing, in the past several years, I've really turned my attention more to photography. And more recently, at the invitation of a nice Japanese man, to making very short lyrical videos that are oddly, strangely rewarding. I get something from them I never got from the world of poetry. I have 4,400 followers. There have never been that many books published of my work. And if there were, they'd all be lying in a warehouse. But one of the projects I have been working on in photography is our roadside memorials. The informal ones that you see. You know, there's some out River Road. I know where most of them are in Lane County. I know where a number of them are in Lynn County and Benton County and Yamhill County. And so a couple of these poems are based on those. This one is from the other day. It's a new one. If you drive up Highway 99, when you go past Firesteed Cellars, which is up on a slope on the right, on the way up to, it's past Monmouth before Amity. You may see this one. This is also an Easter poem, Parallax Error. A roadside cross, the height of a young man, Lucas Foss, inscribed on its transverse axis. Mourners drove the upright into a grassy knoll where the role of mere ongoingness is played by a filbert orchard in strict regiment, as though grief is the field marshal of life. But step across the ditch to touch the wood, and his rain-wet name will span the orchard. Like drawing an accident on a napkin, geometry displaces absence. X marks the permanent, outstretched, palms up Y. Lucas asks the sky in life-size armature, mock-up of a device famed for torturing terror into faith, death into resurrection. Not too far from there, on off Highway 99 near a T-bone intersection. That's the title of the poem. I don't have a better one. It's T-bone intersection. It's Perrydale Road. Is this one. The cross named Javier Ayala stands in the drainage of a hazelnut grove. Like the stakes he drove to steady saplings, but not like them, painted white. He's just his name, weathered, lined, the graying face of long work. Javier Ayala has a glass vase for daffodils, an ashtray for your thoughts. The sky drains through his gravel face. Someone has set a brown beer bottle on his crown. Not that it matters whether he was drunk or dreaming, speeding north or turning south. Highway 99 is a black sentence in a book that began in Mexico. Green and gray, Yamhill County rolls away. Here's a poem about drinkers. It's called Spirits and Proof. Two terms that are dear to people who make the stuff. I'll be honest with you about the drowned man, though it's all the same to him if I lie. There's a seizure once the lungs fully flood, like a live shrimp dropped in a glass of gin. The phenomenon lake effect, the painter's hue, lake green, mean the same nothing as he jerks to the bottom. Yes, Virginia, you can drown in the same river twice, or as many times as my friend blacked out at the thought of Wolfe loading that rainproof overcoat with rocks. Some at their discovery look up, surprised, as sunbathers caught by a tidal wave. Some, the long-punished children, get dragged out, still facing an earth that refused to swallow them whole.